Before we start, let me introduce the concept of Jalandhar, the chin lock. So this chin lock can help you lengthen the thoracic spine and the back of the neck and really stabilizes the head in arm movements. So you just bring the chin towards the chest, lengthening through the back of your neck and through the crown of your head. Let me show you this way. Okay. Now, we're going to maintain this chin lock only in arm movements for the first third of the lesson. So now let's start with the movement. We will start our Tadasana sequence with Tadasana Sequence. So bring your feet together, big toes touch. If this is hard or impossible, or if you have lower back pain, then I suggest you bring your feet hip distance apart. And the way you will know that the feet are hip distance apart is if you trace two lines from your hip points all the way down, they will converge on your second toes. Your second toes should be parallel to each other. If you keep your feet together, big toes touch, but leave some space between your inner heels as the feet tend to widen with time. And now, lift your toes, spread your toes wide, and then place them on the floor. Feel your heels, inner feet, outer feet, balls of your toes, and the toes. Close your eyes and observe your balance. Notice if you're placing more weight on one foot versus the other. So let's shift the weight side to side and front to back till your weight is equally balanced across the feet. Now, you want to keep your legs straight and active, so tighten your kneecaps a little bit to activate your quadriceps and maintain this position of the legs throughout the Tadasana sequence. Tuck the tailbone to lengthen your lower back. Draw the shoulder blades down, lengthen through the crown of your head. Chin slightly down, lengthen through the middle fingers. Close your eyes, observe your position. I suggest you periodically check in on your feet during the Tadasana standing sequence. Now let's take 3 deep breaths here. Now let's do our first movement. Inhale, raise your arms above the head, interlock the fingers, press palms towards the ceiling. As you exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Maintain Jalandhar, chin lock for this and other arm movements. Let's do this a few more times. Stretch. Exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Pull up the ribcage from your hips, lengthening through your sides as you raise your arms. Now we'll stay in the pose for 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, lengthen through your sides. Exhale, relax the shoulders. 1 more deep breath. And exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Take a deep breath. Next movement. Inhale, bring your arms above the head, swinging them forward. And exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. 2 more times. Stretch up through fingertips. One more time. Keep your eyes closed, take one deep breath. Notice how I keep my wrists in line with the rest of the arm, and that creates a really nice flow in your pose. Now, let's continue with other arm movements. Inhale, raise your arms above the head, interlock the fingers, press palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend at the elbows, bring your hands behind your head, palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, stretch your arms above the head. Exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Ujjayi. We're going to stay in the pose for 2 deep breaths. Breathe into your chest. If you feel tension in your shoulders or elbows, then bring your elbows a little closer a little forward. And here, try to draw your lower ribs in and tuck the tailbone to maintain the length in your lower back. Exhale. Stay here for 2 deep breaths. One more deep breath into the chest. Draw the lower ribs in as you exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower your arms by your sides. This pose and the next one are really great in expanding your chest and improving your breathing apparatus. Inhale, raise your arms above the head for the next one. Exhale, bend at the elbows, bring your hands on your shoulder blades. Inhale, stretch your arms above the head. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. There is a tendency to stick the lower ribs out as you move your arms above the head. So try to be mindful of that and draw your lower ribs in and tuck the tailbone to lengthen through your lower back. And that really helps stabilize the pose. Let's do this one more time. Stretch. Maintain the length in the spine as you exhale. Bend at the elbows. Bring your hands on your shoulder blades. Elbows point towards the ceiling. Inhale. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, arms by your sides. Close your eyes, observe how you feel, especially how your chest feels. Let's take a deep breath. next variation. Now you're going to bring your hands on opposite shoulder blades. Inhale, raise your arms. Now, as you exhale, bring your hands on opposite shoulder blades. Inhale into your chest. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, relax the shoulders, draw your lower ribs in. One more time. Inhale, stretch your arms above the head. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let's continue with shoulder and arm movements. Bring your arms in front of you, cross your arms in front of you. Inhale, bring your arms to the shoulder level. Exhale, bring them back in front of you. Ujjayi. Notice how I'm lengthening through my fingertips, keeping my hands in line with the rest of the arm and breathing into the chest. This way you actually can relax your shoulders and keep your arms active. Now we'll hold the pose for 2 deep breaths. Exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Feel your arms, the length of your arms from your shoulders all the way to your fingertips. Great. Let's do a dynamic shoulder movement. We'll do this a few times together. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bend your knees a little bit as you bring your arms all the way back, swinging your arms forward. Inhale, bring your arms to the shoulder level and up. Exhale, bring your arms to the shoulder level and forward. Inhale, up. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. So it looks like a somewhat convoluted movement, but you actually are rotating your arms in different directions in your shoulder socket, and it really helps you keep your shoulders loose. Let's do this one more time with instruction. Inhale, raise your arms above the head. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, arms to the shoulder level and up. Stretch. Exhale, arms to the shoulder level and forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower your arms down. Close your eyes and take 2 deep breaths into your shoulders. Next is Prishtanjali or reverse prayer pose. Inhale, raise your arms above the head. Exhale, bring your arms back behind your back. Point your fingers towards the floor. And now slowly start pointing your fingers towards the ceiling as you slide your hands up your spine, bring palms together. If this is too much or you experience pain in your shoulders, then hold opposite elbows. But if you're somewhere here where the base of your palms are not touching, then just work slowly towards bringing the base of the palms towards each other. Inhale, raise your arms above the head. Stretch. Exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Next, we'll stay in this pose for 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. And I again suggest focusing on expanding your chest on inhalation. And with each exhalation, bring the base of the palms together, close to each other. And keep your lower ribs from sticking out. One more deep breath. Inhale, raise your arms above the head. Exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Close your eyes, or keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath into your upper back. Another shoulder and shoulder blade related movement. And here, actually try to draw your lower ribs in upon exhalation, and that actually goes well together with exhalation. Raise your arms. As you exhale, bring your hands behind you again. Interlock the fingers and press hands towards the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then you want to move your hands away from your back, or if this is too much, then move them down. Let's do this in the vinyasa style. Take 2 deep breaths here. And then inhale, slowly release your arms. Take 2 deep breaths into the area between your shoulder blades. And now we're going to focus on our spine, sides, and upper back and chest. These movements are called Padasvapangi. And here you can adjust the length of your inhalation, make it a little shorter to accommodate for the difficulty in different poses, but maintain long exhalation. Let's do our side stretch. And notice the resemblance of this side stretch to the one in breath movement synchronization, where you want to maintain the length in the spine and keep lengthening the spine on inhalation. Stretch up. Maintain the length on both sides. As you exhale, push your hips to the right as you bend over the left side. Inhale, bring yourself up, and then exhale, slowly bend over the right side. Inhale, press yourself up, and exhale, lower your arms by your sides. And for these sets of movements, you don't need to keep a chin lock, Jalandhar. Just keep facing forward or in the direction of the pose. Let's do it with Ujjayi. Next, we're going to stay in the pose for 2 deep breaths. Again, keep your inhalations shorter than exhalations, and upon exhalations, bend a little deeper. And maintain the length on both sides, and have the movement coming from your hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend a little deeper. One more time. Bend over the other side. And exhale, lower your arms. Take 2 deep breaths into the sides. Trace a line from your armpits all the way to your hips along both sides. Now let's do our twist. Remember that the twists happen in the thoracic spine. And twists are done on exhalation. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, press yourself up. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Notice how I keep my arms right above my head. I try not to lead with my arms during the twist. The twist actually happens in the thoracic spine. Let's do this one more time. And exhale. Now we're going to add a mild back bend on exhalation. Let's do this together. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, twist to the right. Bend back, look up. Inhale, bring yourself to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Bend back, look up. Inhale, bring yourself to the center. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Now we're going to stay in the pose for 2 to 3 deep breaths. And now you're actually going to lengthen the spine and bend back on inhalation and twist a little more on exhalation. Keep your shoulders relaxed and try not to lead with your arms. Keep your hands right above the head. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Look up, bend back. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale. And exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, bring yourself to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen the spine, bend back, look up. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale. Exhale. And exhale, lower your arms. Let's take 2 deep breaths into the middle of the spine. That's where you might have felt the twist deepest. So take 2 deep breaths there. Great. Now let's do our back bend. For this pose, you want to bring your feet hip distance apart. That will create more stability in the pose and protect our lower back. And now place your hands on your hips and swing them forward a little bit. Notice how when I swing my hips forward, my upper body moves back for balance. And now combine this while lengthening the spine up. Let's do this one more time. Now place your hands on your lower ribs, and as you inhale, move the chest up, creating length between your lower ribs and your hips. One more time. So these are just a few principles to remember when doing a back bend. Basic idea behind it is that you want to lengthen your spine, creating space between each vertebra rather than compressing your lower back, and that really enhances the back bend. Let's do it in the vinyasa style. Inhale, raise your arms above the head, press palms towards the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone here. Exhale. On the next inhalation, push the hips forward, lengthen through your spine, move the chest up, bend back. Exhale. Inhale, press yourself up. And exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. I'll demonstrate with Ujjayi. It's also a good idea to remember that you can have shorter inhalations, so that kind of alleviates the pose a little bit. And also try to keep your lower back lengthened to protect it from getting hurt. And you may notice also that your weight is shifting forward towards your toes. So try keep pressing your heels down while in this pose. Let's stay in the pose for 2 deep breaths. Inhale, raise your arms above the head. Stretch. Exhale here. As you inhale, gently move the hips forward, chest up, lengthen through the spine, bend back. Exhale here. Short inhalation, breathe into your chest. Exhale. Inhale, press yourself up. And exhale, lower your arms by your sides. Great. Now let's do a few variations on this pose. It really goes well with Prishtanjali because now you can use your hands to support your back and push away from your hands as you do a back bend. Exhale, bring your hands in Prishtanjali. Inhale, bend back. One more deep breath. Inhale, press yourself up, arms above the head. And exhale, lower your arms. Close your eyes, take a deep breath into the area between the shoulder blades. Second variation. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlock the fingers, press palms towards the floor. And inhale, bend back. Moving your hands down your thighs. One more breath. Inhale, press yourself up. Stretch up. Exhale, slowly lower your arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Take 2 deep breaths into your spine. Become more aware of your spine, all the way from your sacrum to the bottom of your head. Now, this particular pose is quite intense and it has a counterpose. So backbends in general have counterposes to relieve tension in the lower back while preserving the benefits of backbends. And the counterpose for this is a forward bend, and we're going to do this dynamically. So bring your feet a little wider apart than hip distance apart. And here you want to bend your knees enough as when you bend forward, you can keep your lower belly resting against your thighs. So we'll do this in the vinyasa style, dynamically. We'll do this 3 or 4 times. Inhale, raise your arms, stretch up. As you exhale, bend forward, keep your spine long. Bend your knees and now to maintain length in the spine. And release. Inhale, press yourself up. Stretch. Exhale, lower your arms. So this forward bend is a counterpose, and the main focus here is to maintain the length in the spine and let the spine relax and hang while in the pose. So bend your knees enough to take care of that. And don't worry about focusing on your hamstrings. Let's do this a few more times dynamically. Relax your neck. Let the shoulder blades slide down your back. Lengthen through the spine. And now let's stay in the same pose for 2 to 3 deep breaths to further relax the lower back. Here, hold your opposite elbows and try to lengthen through your sides, moving your elbows towards the floor. Let your head hang. Inhale, press yourself up. And exhale, lower your arms. Close your eyes, take 2 deep breaths.